This is Dennis Peacock with another edition of the Transforum. Frightening economic centralization. Frightening economic centralization. The principle behind that is that centralization of power usually weakens the people of a nation. There's two things that create strong people and strong governments: maximization of choice and taking personal responsibility. Those two things create powerful people, powerful organizations, and powerful governments. And recently an article has come out where the Secretary of the Treasury is now being touted as having veto power over the Federal Reserve System. Now, I'm no love of the Federal Reserve System. Those of you that might say, great, whatever we can do to dismantle it. I know what took place on the island. I've got lots of books and had lots of people, secret powers of the Fed, private ownership, and all the rest of it. But let me just remind you, those of you that are critical of it, and I understand why, that we need some economic power, some economic oversight that transcends the political process. That is why the pending legislation to give a political appointee, either Democrat or Republican, power to veto the policy of the Federal Reserve System is not a good thing. I want to underscore, not a good thing. This is one of the most frightening potential shifts in the accountability of the finances of this country that I've seen in the midst of this scary set of very negative stuff. We need to follow this with great care and do everything we can to communicate that giving the Secretary of the Treasury power over an independent, be it flawed, but nevertheless independent control over the financial monetary system, that's no joke. Now, Mr. Bernanke, by the way, recently gave a report. Unemployment he expects to stay flat. Bank capital is still going to be very difficult to get. Growth of the economy is basically going to stay flat and will improve slowly. It was the most somber, sober report I've heard from a Federal Reserve chairman in a long, long time. But I appreciated Bernanke's candor. It certainly is not in line with what the administration wants us to hear. Economic policy, let's keep the Fed, flawed as it may be, separate from the appointees of either political party. That is not a good move. Hey, where's all this going? Click the link below. It's our strategic vision page. And let's remember that centralization of power usually weakens the people of organizations and nations. This is the Transforum, folks. Let's engage.